Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to SocialPilot product webinar and thank you for dialing in. Today's webinar is the second in the series of all our new product webinars about mastering multi-platform publishing. So we are really excited to host these product webinars and we have planned to host a lot more sessions in the upcoming months. All right, so I understand some of you would have joined us today for the first time. So for a bit of introduction to our platform, SocialPilot is all-in-one tool for managing and publishing your social media content. The SocialPilot allows you to publish great content that resonates with your audience. So whether you are a marketing agency, a small business, a multi-location brand, or a solo professional. So we are here for all of you. All right, let's have a look at some of the core capabilities of SocialPilot. So with SocialPilot, as I said, you can create and schedule customized social media posts for every platform at once. SocialPilot offers optimized solution for posting on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and other social media platforms. With this, you get the option to have analytics and reporting, wherein you can monitor the performance of your social profiles and get comprehensive analysis to be presented to your clients or your board members for data-driven strategies. SocialPilot also enables you to engage and connect with your community and add the human touch to all your conversations for different platforms, but under one roof. While working with your team as well as your clients, SocialPilot enables you to collaborate and coordinate effectively with your clients, with your managers, your content schedulers to get real-time approvals done. And if you are looking for a seamless branded experience, so yes, SocialPilot does offer white label features wherein you can customize SocialPilot entire user interface with your brand's look and feel. So you can invite your clients to connect their social media accounts without sharing any credentials. And you can also present complete analytics reports with your branding. So for the new users who want to try out SocialPilot, we have a 14-day trial program for you. Do sign up for the free trial to explore all our solutions. So today you have me, Sukhpreet Anand, heading customer support and success. And with me, I have Rahul, the senior product specialist. Rahul is focused on customer understanding and tailoring the perfect solutions for them. Okay, let's have a look on the agenda for today's webinar. So just a recap, during our last webinar, we talked about a set of SocialPilot features like AI assistant, client approvals workflow, analytics, content library, and watermark. And in today's webinar, we will take a look on how you can publish compelling content to various social media platforms and personalize the content by adding media, emojis, GIFs on SocialPilot itself without jumping from app to app for better content and engagement. So we will start with how to create posts by adding images, tailoring captions, and adding comments and the mentions. We will see how to add images to make your post more lively for different platforms. We will also be talking about album posts, carousel posts, and adding multiple images to one of the posts. So we will touch upon publishing reels and shorts for different platforms, and of course, stories as well. We'll then take a look at creating video posts. And lastly, we will be talking about LinkedIn PDF carousel, which is really a popular post type by now. So guys, during the webinars, if you have any doubts or questions, please type them in the Q&A window. We'll address them during the Q&A sessions towards the end, or we will get back to you via email. Now, let's dive straight into it. So over to you, Rahul, for the product demonstration.
All right. Thank you everyone for joining the call today. So today we are going to talk about the different type of posts which we can publish for all the different platforms, customizing each one of those images, videos, as well as the normal text posts. But before we jump into all of that, let's understand the basic setup which we'll be using to create all of the posts within SocialPilot. So this is the account which I'll be using, and I've created all of these accounts wherein I'll be managing a client called John. He has different accounts on the different platforms, the same use case we used in the last webinar. So I'll be creating a post for all of these platforms. at the same time customizing it and scheduling it at the same time. Let's move to the first feature and the first type of post which we will be covering. All right. So we'll start with crafting the basic text posts where we'll learn how to change the caption, tailor it for each and every individual social media platform. Not just that, also how we can mention the pages, add new hashtags, change the first comment as well, and enhancing the post with the help of emojis, GIFs, so you can tailor your caption for every individual platform. Let's move to the dashboard to see how we can create a post. All right. Now to start with, creating a post is very simple. I'll simply go to the create post section over here and I can start creating posts for all of my clients from this tab itself. Now I'll be creating a text post. So let's say John wants me to upload a text post with a daily dental tip for all of his social media accounts. What I'll do here is I'll type in the content. I can also add emojis to enhance the content as well. I can enter the dental tip over here and the hashtags. Now, if I do not want to type all of the content manually, SocialPilot offers a content library, so I can import all of the content, including the templates which I have stored, and directly start making changes to that. So let's import a template and start making changes to the same itself. So here you can see the template has been imported. All you need to do is simply add the tip or the content, and the caption is ready. If you want to add hashtags, I can add hashtags from the library, which I have stored, which will be clusters of hashtags. Or using the AI assistant, I can also generate a set of new hashtags. So SocialPilot's AI assistant will automatically generate 30 different hashtags based on the caption I've inserted. Now, once these hashtags will be generated, I will have an option to add all of these directly to the platform itself. Meanwhile, we'll add a hashtag from here within the library. So these is how the hashtags will be imported. And you can also generate using the AI as well. Now, once you type in all of this content within the original draft, it will automatically be copied for all of these platforms. So anything that I type in the original draft is copied to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Google Business Profile. And then I can start making customizations for every individual platform. Now, let's say for Facebook, John would want me to add a new caption. I can simply write it over here. Now, whatever changes I make within this Facebook tab is not reflected on any of the other platforms. SocialPilot will also offer a post preview. So here I can see how every post is going to look like on all of these platforms. So you can also verify the same, that the content has been added over here. What other customizations I can make within this tab? So if I want to tag a page, I can tag it right here. And tagging a page directly increases your reach. So once you want to tag a page, simply type in the name of the page following the @ symbol, and you can tag the page directly over here. That's how to tag a page. For Facebook, SocialPilot also offers a feature to target your audience. So here you can set up your preferred audience or maybe restrict your audience as well based on different parameters, so it reaches the right kind of audience. So let's say if I want to target audience for a specific location, I can type it over here. So accordingly, the audience could be targeted. Other than that, I can also schedule out the first comment. So first comment can be used to add more number of hashtags. So if I wish, I can directly add more hashtags from here, or again, generate using the AI assistant. I can also tag different pages. So if I want to tag a page over here, I can tag it, or even insert a link which will be used for the same. So the link can be clicked by people and they can directly visit your website in that case. And the first comment is always going to increase your visibility because here you can add more number of hashtags, as I mentioned, also more number of mentions and the link as well. So this is how the post is going to look like for Facebook. We have created the caption as well as the first comment. Now for Twitter as well, you can see this is how the post is going to look like. In case you have a huge caption over here, which exceeds the character limit. Just give me a minute. So in case you have a huge caption over here, which will automatically increase the character limit. Twitter character count would automatically turn red. And from here, you can start reducing the character count. As we all know, Twitter does not allow to schedule more than 280 characters. I can simply remove the number of characters. So this number turns blue. And then I will have an option to successfully schedule this for Twitter itself. Now here you can see the caption has also been completely changed for Twitter as compared to Facebook. So it is also possible for me to change the caption completely for one of the platforms, whereas I can keep a different caption on the different platforms. Let's move on to the next platform, which is going to be LinkedIn. So for LinkedIn, you can again tag a page over here, similar to Facebook and Twitter. You can see a drop down and the page will automatically be tagged. LinkedIn pages also offers the audience organic targeting. So here, similar to Facebook, you can target your audience. It will have different parameters for LinkedIn, and then the audience could be targeted accordingly. The first comment, similar to Facebook, is also going to be available for LinkedIn, and you can add number of hashtags over here as well. Now, once you create the post, keep the post preview on. So I can always see how my post is exactly going to look like. And at any point of time, if I need to make any changes, I can always make it within the create post section. The last platform on which we can create a text post is going to be a Google Business Profile. So this is how the post is going to look like for a Google Business Profile. Again, if I want, I can always tailor the caption. I can remove the caption from here, add a few more words, hashtags, and the changes would be made accordingly. It's not possible to upload a text post on any of these 4 platforms because it requires a media to be attached as a compulsory parameter. So a text post could only be published on the 4 of these. Now, once I create a post, I'll again go through the post preview just to be perfectly sure how my post is going to look like and make sure I'm ready to publish it. Once I'm ready, I simply select my accounts. So I'll have a list of all the accounts which are connected right here. I can select these accounts one by one, or it's also possible to create a group of accounts and all accounts a part of that group will automatically be selected. Then I'll have different options to schedule the post within this dropdown. So firstly, I can schedule it for a future date and time where it will automatically be published without me really doing anything. I can also share it now immediately. SocialPilot would allow you to create a schedule wherein you can keep on adding this post to a schedule. And if you want this post to repeat, you can create a schedule over here on which dates you want it to repeat. So it can be repeated accordingly. So that's how easy it is to create a text post, also to customize it for each and every individual social media platform and publish to all the platforms in just one go, not multiple times again and again. Another extension which could be used for a text post is going to be a link post. What happens if I add a link to my post as well? Let's see that right now. First, we'll add the caption from here. Once I've added the caption, I'll also have an option to add the link within the original draft. Let's try to add the caption again. So here you can enter the link as well as the caption. Now, once the link is added, we also have an integration with URL shorteners. So the URL has automatically been shortened. You can link your Bitly, Sniply, or Rebrandly accounts, and all your links which you'll be using will be shortened by one of these integrations. And you do not really need to enter all of the long links. Now, another option for a link is going to be UTM parameters. So here you can add a UTM parameters to your link as well, which would help you track the traffic for all of these accounts and all the links which you are creating. So what a UTM parameter does is it basically adds short tags to your links, which will help you track the performance and also help you know where exactly the traffic on your website has been coming from. It's super easy to set up a UTM parameter as well. You simply go to the settings option, open the UTM parameters from here. You'll see all of the existing UTM parameters which you have created. And if you want, you can even add a new parameter from here. Firstly, you can select a name. Adding a UTM source is going to be compulsory. This basically means the source on which your social media post is being published on. So you can make it custom. You can enter Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn, whichever platform you want to use it for. If you mark it dynamic, SocialPilot will automatically fetch on which platform you are scheduling that post and add that short tag to the link itself so you can track it easily in Google Analytics. If you also want to add a campaign, let's say this particular post I'll be creating for a Thanksgiving campaign, I can directly add it over here and the same tag would also be added. The medium of the UTM parameter could be emails, search engines, or social media as well. In this case, it's likely to be social. So you can add all of those tags if you want, add a custom parameter as well, save it, and you can start using your UTM parameters and tracking all of the traffic within Google Analytics. So that's how with the link, I can also add a UTM parameter to safely track and know the exact numbers for my website clicks. Let's see how the link post would look like. So here, if I see on Facebook or any of the other platforms, with a link preview is also generated with an image. So this is how the link would look like on Facebook. If I want, I'll also have an option to add a call to action button right here. So I can add any one of these options, which will be available on the post itself, something like this. We can see it in the post preview. After this, if I want, I can also remove the link from here. And once the users click on this learn more option, they will automatically be redirected to the website itself. Let's see how this post would look like for the other platforms. So for Twitter, again, you can see this is how the post would look like with the link preview. Similarly for LinkedIn and Google Business Profile as well. Now, one interesting thing to notice here is, since a link post also adds an image to the preview, it becomes possible for us to schedule this post for Instagram as well as Pinterest. So here, if you want, you can again make changes to your Instagram caption. You can even add a location right here for Instagram and generate the first comment as well. So adding a link to a post for Instagram, it would not be possible to click on the link as Instagram does not allow it. But you can schedule a link post to 6 of these platforms, 4 including the text post ones, in addition to for LinkedIn, for Instagram, as well as Pinterest. So that's how easily I can schedule a text post. I can insert a link within a text as well, add a call to action button, and customize my caption, first comment, and multiple different things within the create post screen. So I can publish this post on all the platforms in one single go. So that's how to create the text post or a link post. All right. Let's move to the next feature.
Rahul, before you do that, two of the questions which are really important for now, which we have not talked about. One is, the client is, I want to fetch popular hashtags and then save them into the library. Is it possible?
So currently it's not possible to automatically fetch the popular hashtags. You can view your popular hashtags within the analytics that we offer and then save it manually in the library. Our team is already working on this feature, so you do not have to do that manual workaround. And all these hashtags could automatically be saved within the library itself.
Yeah, okay. And Rahul, about the link post, can they add their own CTA? Like sending a message to WhatsApp or any other channel?
So if I enter a link over here, as we saw, there are different call to action buttons. Let me just directly show it to you.
Yeah.
So for Facebook and Google Business Profile, you'll have an option to add a call to action button. I can add any one of these, but adding a custom call to action button is not possible as it's an API limitation from Facebook Send. You can add one of these and the same will be available on the post itself. They can select from a variety of options which are given you.
Okay.
All right. So let's move on to the next feature. We'll be taking the questions in the end as well. Next, we're going to learn about how to master the image posts. First, we'll talk about the different platforms on which the image post can be uploaded on, different sources through which I can import that image on SocialPilot. Also using the images, how I can make in-app enhancements. So I can enhance the image within SocialPilot as well. if I do not want to use any of the other editing tools, and SocialPilot's editing tool will give me all the features that I need. I can also set a size of the image differently for each of the platforms, or even set a universal size within the original draft so it can be copied for all the platforms as well. Not just that, we'll learn how to tag posts on Instagram within the image, not the caption just, and how to schedule stories as well using SocialPilot. So let's move to the dashboard to see how we can schedule image posts. All right. Now again, to create an image, you can firstly type in the caption over here. You can even add the hashtags from the library. And then let's try to upload an image. Now, in order to upload the image, I can add it from any of these 4 sources, which is uploading from a device, Dropbox, Google Drive, or even Box. I can upload an image URL as well, so it could automatically be added. SocialPilot also offers a Canva integration. So if I use Canva to create any of my designs, I can directly import these by clicking over here, and also make the changes by clicking on any of the posts as well. Not just that, we also have a stock library in place. So here, if you want to search with any kind of an image, you can do directly, and you'll have unlimited number of options. Let's try to search for an image. This caption talks about brushing your teeth for 2 minutes every day, which all of us should do. Now let's search for an image which should be related to brushing teeth. Let's search. Again, I have so many options over here. I can select any one of these options. I'll simply click here and add an image. Now, once the image is added to the original draft, we all know it will be copied to all the platforms similar to the caption. But in here, I also have an image editor. So SocialPilot's image editor would help me make certain changes over here. So if I want to change the image dimensions, I can directly crop it from here. I'll have some random ready-made options available here as well. So I can select any one of these, or even crop it based on a custom parameter. If the image is too large in size or too small, I can even resize the image using the image editor offered by SocialPilot. Apply some filters to the same, fine-tune it based on any of these parameters. These are the ready-made filters which you can apply at any given point of time. So it could be reflected on the image. If I want to write something on the image or draw something, I can directly do it from here. Once I enter the text, I will also have an option to change the font color, the font size, and the type of font as well. And then I can place this anywhere on the screen. Now, adding a text to the image will help us making the purpose of the image very clear. And also, if people share your images on Instagram as stories, they will be able to see the text within the image on a story, but not the caption. So it's always recommended to add some tag to your image that you can make the purpose very clear. Next, we can also add stickers over here. So these are the main stickers which are available. You can select a sticker, place it anywhere on the image. If not, I can also upload a custom sticker. So I can select one of the images which are saved from the device. I can upload that image, place it anywhere on this particular image, and it can also be used as a watermark. Now, earlier in our last webinar, we talked about using a watermark and how we can assign a watermark to all the different accounts. But this is also a way how you can manually add a watermark to your image itself. Next, if you want to redact something, you can also do it from here. In this case, I should not be redacting the smile. So if I make any such mistakes, I can simply go back on those by clicking on the undo option. Lastly, if you want, you can also add a frame. So you can select the frame color, frame size, and the same could automatically be added to the image itself. Once you have made all the changes, you can simply save the image as done, and the image will automatically be saved. Now this caption, hashtags, and the image will automatically be copied for all of these platforms. Let's see what else we can do. Now here, let's preview how the post would look like on Facebook. First of all, we have the earlier customizations like changing the caption, tagging page, or maybe adding a first comment as well. Other than that, let's say if John wants me to use a different image for Facebook. So what do I do in that case? I'll simply delete this image from here. I can upload a new image from any of these sources, or again from the stock library that we offer. And a new image would only be applied on Facebook if I make any changes here. So once the image will be uploaded, we can also refer to the same within the post preview. So here, this is how the Facebook post would look like. This is how the Twitter post would look like. And both these posts have a different image, but I can schedule both of these at the same time. I can also have a different caption, remembered, as we discussed earlier. Let's talk about another platform. For example, Instagram. John might want me to upload a different sized image on Instagram, right? So in that case, I can directly use the image editor from here. Click on the edit option. I can select from one of the ready-made sizes which are saved over here, or a custom one. Simply save that image. Now these changes which I will be making to the image within Instagram would only be reflected on this platform and not on all of the other ones. So you can see the dimensions for the Instagram post has now changed and it can be scheduled accordingly. For Instagram, there's another option available. So if I want, I can directly tag profiles within the post as well. So in an image, I can tag up to 9 different profiles. And once I've tagged these profiles, I can also preview it within the post preview section. So if I do not want to tag image accounts within the caption, I will also have an option wherein I can tag all of these accounts in the image as well. What else can we do for Instagram? Now let's say if John wants this post to be uploaded as a story, but not a post, I can also select it from here. It is recommended to upload a 9:16 aspect ratio image for the stories, so it can take the full screen. Let's try to upload a different image over here and see how the story would look like. So here, once we upload a 9:16 image, we can see the Instagram screen will be completely filled and how the story is going to look like on Instagram. So these are the changes which we can make. Now, once again, I'm ready, I can make customizations for all of these platforms in here. See the preview for all the platforms from here itself. So these are the platforms on which we can create an image post. Creating an image post would not be possible for YouTube or TikTok, but I can create for any of the other ones. Once I'm ready, I simply select my accounts. Again, I can select one by one or even a group of accounts. Then schedule this post for a future date and time or the other options that we saw. And the posts will automatically be scheduled and published as well on all of these platforms with all the attractive and different images which you have used within SocialPilot. Another important thing to notice over here is to create the image, to create the caption, I never really had to go out of SocialPilot. I could directly search the image within here from the stock library that we offer, or I could even generate the caption using the AI assistant, find the hashtags as well. So this is the one place I can manage all of my content and create all my posts as well. So that's how we can manage the image posts, create it for all the different platforms, optimize it, and then publish it as well. All right. Do we have any questions over here?
Yes, we do. Actually, we have a lot of queries coming in. So our team is doing our best to reply all and majority of the questions, but we'll discuss towards the end for sure. And if you want to see the answers to most of the questions that has been asked by the customers, you can go through the Q&A and you can see the answered one. So, okay, Rahul, picking up some of it, which are asked by major numbers, can I add videos to my Instagram story?
Definitely. You can even add a
see.
video to your Instagram story. You can just upload your video from your device and select a story over here. It can work for posts including image or story including an image or even a video. That is possible.
Okay, and another one which I wanted to talk about is AI because AI is everywhere right now. So do you have generative AI for the images if that's available in SocialPilot?
So we do not offer a generative AI directly. However, there are multiple options from which you can get your image sources. So if you want, as shown, you can use the library, stock image library that we offer. So you can directly search with the images over here. You can use the Canva integration if you're creating any of the designs over there. Canva also has an option to convert text to image. You can use that and then import all of the content from here.
All right, okay.
Let's move on to the next topic or the next kind of image. Now we'll be talking about how to master multi-images posts. These days, we upload carousel posts, we upload multiple images on the different platforms to convey as much as we can and convey a full story as well. So within here, we'll know how to create an album post versus a carousel post, the difference it would look like, what are the customizations which we can make within SocialPilot, if it's possible for me to upload different number of images on different platforms or not. And we'll be discussing all of it and see how we can use SocialPilot to upload multiple images on each and every social media platform. Let's go to the dashboard over here. All right. Now again, I can type in all of the caption over here. Just a minute. To upload an image, the sources will remain same. Let's upload the images from a device itself. I'll be uploading 3 images in this case. With the caption, I can also add all of the hashtags over here or import hashtags from the library as we discussed earlier. Now, once these images are uploaded, I will have an option to edit every image over here. So if I want to make some changes to every individual image, I can make it from here. I can also add all text to platforms like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. What all text does is it basically allows screen recorders to read off the description which you have written within the image. It can be helpful for the people who are visually impaired. And it also helps search engine discover your content based on the description which you've provided for the image itself. So once you have added the all text, you have uploaded the images. Let's start making the changes. So for Facebook, this is how the post would look like. You can see the caption, hashtags, and the images as well. This is an example of an album post, how an album post is going to look like. But for Facebook, I will also have an option to make it a carousel post. So if I want it to be a carousel post, I can also add a call to action button over here. You can only select a call to action button out of the ones which are given over here. Enter a title of the image and a target URL. So a target URL will be added based on which whenever any of the user clicks on this call to action button, they would automatically be redirected to this target URL. And that's how I can create a carousel post for Facebook. Now, a carousel post has higher engagement. They directly have a call to action button. It's also more visually appealing for the users as well. And creating a carousel post is super easy from SocialPilot. I simply select the carousel post option, add the call to action button, and then schedule it for all the different platforms. Let's see how it would look like for Twitter. So for Twitter and LinkedIn, it will be uploaded as an album post. This is an example of how it's going to look like on Twitter. Again, to make any of the changes within the caption, I can directly do it from here. And the changes would only be reflected on Twitter. Similarly for LinkedIn, it would look like an album post. And this is how all the images will be uploaded. You can change the caption. There is also a possibility to upload LinkedIn carousels, but that we're going to discuss in a bit. For Google Business Profile and Pinterest, since they only allow a static image or a single image to be uploaded, the first image will automatically be uploaded for both of these platforms. And for Instagram, this is how the carousel post would look like. Now I can edit every single image from here for each and every platform, or I can also tag profiles. I can tag up to 9 profiles on each of the image, and these changes would be made for Instagram. Then the rest process remains quite similar. Once I've seen how it's going to look like on each of the platform, I simply select my accounts. I can select these from here. Let's select the image post. And then schedule this post for all of the different platforms which have been selected. Now again, uploading multiple images can also change the number of images which is being uploaded on each and every platform. You can make changes to all of the images or even one image using the image editor that is offered within SocialPilot. And again, it's very easy to schedule a post for all the different platforms using multiple images as well. Let's move to the next topic now. Now we'll be diving into reels and shorts. I'm sure everyone would be excited about this. These posts have the higher engagement these days. People love to scroll for the reels and they engage with the reels, comment over there, share it as well. So firstly, we'll know how to craft a universal reel for all the platforms. The platforms we'll be talking about over here is going to be Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, TikTok videos, and also YouTube Shorts. All of these are possible, and it's possible to publish directly on all these platforms. Let's directly move to the platform to see how we can upload a reel and also make customizations for these platforms. So to upload a video, it can be done from from the device. Once the video is uploaded, let's upload the video. Right. Once the video is uploaded, you can also change the caption right here. So add a caption, add a few hashtags. All right. So reels or short videos are always recommended to be uploaded in 9:16 aspect ratio. And this is the one which will be used for all of these videos as well. Now, once a video is uploaded, I will have an option to select a thumbnail as well. So I can select any of the thumbnails which is given to me from these options. And the same thumbnail would also be visible on the post right here. What else do I need to do to make it a reel? So for Facebook, I'll move to the Facebook tab. I'll select the reel option so it could be uploaded as a reel. The reel title will automatically be fetched from the title of the document or the video which is saved within your device. So you can change the reel title from here. And this is how the Facebook reel would look. After you select the thumbnail, you can also preview the same. You can play the video and make sure it works fine. The next platform which we're going to talk about for reel is going to be Instagram. So for Instagram, again, simply select the reel option over here. Will automatically fetch the audio title based on the audio which I have inserted. This video does not have an audio over here. You can also add up to 9 profiles within here. So if I do not want to tag the profiles within the caption, I will have an option to tag all of these within the reel itself. Another feature for Instagram is that I can also upload a custom thumbnail. So if I do not want to select the thumbnail from one of these sources, I can simply upload a custom thumbnail. Let's do that and see how the reel would look like. So we can see a thumbnail has also been applied on the reel. Let's try to play it. And this is how the reel would look like. Now, a thumbnail is something which all of your potential viewers is going to see for the first time before clicking on the video. Therefore, it's always recommended to have an attractive thumbnail, which is eventually going to decide how many views or clicks on your videos you're going to have. So it's always recommended upload a custom thumbnail from your device and match it with the reel. The next platform we're going to talk about is YouTube. So SocialPilot will automatically detect if it's a YouTube short or a YouTube video based on the aspect ratio. For a YouTube short, the aspect ratio has to be 9:16. Now, once a video is uploaded, I can select a video thumbnail from the given options. Or if I also have a verification badge on my YouTube channel, I can upload a custom thumbnail as well, which will be applied to the video. The video title again will be fetched based on the title of the video which you have stored within your device. And you can also change it from here. The description will basically be the caption. I can change the privacy settings and also some advanced settings over here. Select a content category, which will help my users to easily discover the content when they're viewing the similar type of shorts or videos. I can select the licensing and rights from here as well, and then add the video tags. So how video tags is going to help? Let's say if someone misspells the video while searching for it. These video tags will help the person identify and get to this video. So again, it's finally going to increase your visibility. If I want, I can allow users to embed the video on their websites. publish to subscription feed and notify users. If this video is restricted for the underage audience, I leave it unchecked. If I also want kids to view this and it's allowed for the underage audience, I check this box and then schedule the post. So these all customizations can be made for a YouTube short as well as a YouTube video. The last platform on which the short videos are possible are TikTok. So once you want to upload a post on TikTok, select the thumbnail from here from the given options, similar to Facebook. The title would be shown, which is going to be the caption. Select the privacy settings from here. And I can also allow users to perform one of these actions. I can allow users to comment, duet, or even stitch. Now, once I have scheduled the post and created the post and then preview how it will look like on the platforms, this is the time to schedule the post. I can select all the accounts, which is Facebook, Instagram, YouTube Short, and TikTok, or I can simply select the group. Now, once all accounts are selected, I schedule this post, and the post will automatically be published. For all these platforms, it will be directly published. You won't need any mobile reminders, and you won't have to worry about the post being published. So that's how easy it is now to publish the reels and short videos on all of these platforms. All right, let's move to the next topic.
Rahul, just a few things on the reels. Can I tag people on my reels?
Yes, you can. So as I showed over here, if you go to the Instagram option, click on Reels. Let's upload a reel over here. Just a minute. So once a reel is uploaded, you'll have an option to firstly tag these profiles within the caption itself, as we covered for a text post. But if you also want to tag the profiles within the reel, you can directly do it from here. So here you can tag up to 9 different profiles over here on Instagram, and all of these profiles will be tagged within the reel once the reel is being published. One interesting thing happened over here. The reel automatically did not get uploaded within Instagram if I uploaded it within original draft. That's because I started making the changes within Instagram over here. Therefore, it's always recommended to upload the content, create the content within the original draft, and then start making the customizations for each of the platform.
Okay, another interesting one. I want to add music and stickers to my reels. Is that possible via SocialPilot?
Currently, it's not possible if you want to publish all of your reels directly. It's again an API limitation set by Meta. We are working on the same. We are keeping a close eye as well. So if we have that down the line, we'll surely notify you. However, a workaround for that for now could be using the mobile reminders. So here, instead of direct publishing, you can select the mobile reminders option. You will be sent a push notification to your mobile app, which is the SocialPilot mobile app, and then you can push it out manually at the time it's supposed to be published.
Yeah, thank you. I think Veronica had the same thing. Like, can we schedule Instagram reel with a trending audio? So we are working on that, guys. So once the APIs will be there, we will gonna have we will be having this feature in the product. Yes.
And that's the best thing I like about SocialPilot. We are constantly developing. If you also have a feature in your mind, feel free to request a feature over here. Our team is going to work on all of these and keep you in the loop as well.
Yeah. And for reels, of course, we will, right? Those are the
Yep.
most trending ones these days.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's move to the next type of post, which is going to be the video post. Now we have covered the reels, but if you upload a video post, it's also going to be possible for me to upload it on Twitter as well as LinkedIn. Here we'll see how to upload a video, the different sources which we can upload a video from, setting up a thumbnail, setting up a universal video for all the platforms, and how we can tailor the video with the captions on these platforms as well. Let's go back to the platform. All right. Now to upload a video, again, I can upload it from my device. Let's try to upload one video. Meanwhile, I can also add the caption over here. And the hashtags. All right. Now the video has been uploaded, similar to selecting a thumbnail for an Instagram reel or for a reel in general. I'll also have an option to select a thumbnail for the video from one of these given options. Meanwhile, I can preview how it's going to look like on these platforms. And again, all the changes I make within the original draft, the thumbnail which is set within the original draft, will automatically be applied for all of the other platforms. Now let's see how this video is going to look like on Facebook. This is how the video would look. For Twitter, again, the video will be published natively, so all the users can click on the video and view as well. You can make customizations or changes by adding the first comment, targeting your audience, adding a location for Instagram, and tagging pages as well, which can be made over here. This is how the YouTube video would look. And again, I can set up all of these settings similar to Shorts by adding the video tags, privacy settings, and the advanced settings as well before the video is being published. So once I'm ready with the video, I can decide that the video looks good on all of the platforms, preview it as well. I can publish it on the platforms. To schedule, I'll simply select my accounts or a group and then schedule this post for the date and time that I select, so it can automatically be published on those days. As we discussed, publishing a video post would also allow me to publish it for Twitter and LinkedIn, whereas it's not possible to publish a reel on these platforms. All right. Let's move to the final type of post, which we'll be talking about today. So here we'll know how to leverage LinkedIn PDFs for carousels. Now, this has been a game changer for a lot of people, conveying their full story on LinkedIn rather than entering all the huge texts or captions is directly going to be possible using these carousels. So we'll discuss the tips for engaging and creating these document posts, what are the best formats, and how it would look like on the platform, how you can preview it before publishing, and then schedule it on those platforms. All right. Now to upload a LinkedIn document, I'll go to the LinkedIn tab. I can attach the media. So I can upload a document directly here. Let's see how it's going to look like. All right. So these documents will give me a carousel post. I can directly see all of the posts. There are multiple benefits of uploading carousels on LinkedIn. Firstly, these posts will have higher engagement and visibility. The people who do not really like to read long captions, they always prefer the carousel so they can go to the complete story or be completely informed just by swiping the screen. And if you have the option, this will actually be a game changer for you. You can upload these LinkedIn carousels by a document directly from SocialPilot. Once you have uploaded it, select the accounts. I can schedule for a LinkedIn profile or even a LinkedIn page, and then select the date and time for the post to be scheduled as a carousel. And that's super easy. All right. So I think we've covered the features which we were supposed to cover today. I hope you would have learned a lot. You'll have a lot of questions. Now we'll be taking all of those questions. Over to you, Sukhpreet.
Yeah, thank you, Rahul. I see a lot of questions coming in, but yes, hats off to the team for picking up all the questions by far. And okay, so let's pick some of them who have already been answered or who are yet to be answered. Rahul, can I add a thumbnail for YouTube video?
Yes, you can add a thumbnail for YouTube video. So while uploading a video, let's upload a video and see how it would look like. When you go to the YouTube option, here we'll find an option to upload a custom thumbnail or select a thumbnail as well. It's just that your account needs to have a verification badge in order to upload a custom thumbnail. If it does not have a verification badge, you'll need to select the options which are given to you within here. So here you can see you can select a thumbnail out of the given options, or if you have a verified account, you can directly upload a custom thumbnail from here itself.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Damien, for your appreciation. Rahul, excellent presentation. The
Thank
comment.
you.
Okay. Can we upload images instead of PDF for LinkedIn carousel post?
For now, if you upload multiple images, it will be scheduled as a carousel post. However, as I said, we are constantly developing. This has been requested by a lot of you, and our team has already started working on the same, so it should be available soon.
Okay, and Rahul, one question that we should take it up right away is many of our customers, they are asking, like you have mentioned, to have add mentions in the first comment. So why not in the text copy itself, and why in the first comment? Can you explain the use case of using first comment and, getting it more engaged? Can you explain that once?
So at times on platforms like Instagram, we all know people do not really like to read long captions. It's basically you have a people are more willing to read the caption if it's very short. Therefore, to keep information like tags, or even to keep give credits to the people who have created that post or tag some other pages, it's always recommended to add it in the first comment. However, if you have already added it within the caption, it would give you an option to add more number of hashtags, because it has a limit of adding 30 hashtags within the caption.
Mhm. Okay, Myrene, we do not have WordPress integration as of yet, but yes, that's a good feature request. We can pass it on to our product team so that they can take it over. All right, let's have some more, okay. Rahul, this is out of the agenda today, but because most of our clients were asking questions about the content library, can we quickly cover about content library, the post and saving the images, if at all, as a workaround, and the hashtags? If you can do that quickly.
Definitely, we'll quickly cover the content library. So here, to access the library, you simply go to the content section. I've stored certain content over here. Now the library can be used to store the hashtags. So if I do not want to type in all of these clusters of hashtags again and again, or maybe I don't want to copy it, I can directly store it within the library. To add new content, I can click simply here. I can create a name. Let's say it's for dental care. I can name it. This particular hashtag is created for John. I can even name him and assign certain tags, which would help me filter the content. Next, I can simply add all of the hashtags here and save it. Once these are saved, I'll also have an option to change it. Let's say down the line, I want to change my clusters of hashtags. I can simply update, add a new tag, and this will be updated accordingly. Using these tags, it's also possible for me to filter it. So we created a tag called dental over there. If I click over here, I can only see the content which has the tag dental within it. Other than that, it would also be possible for me to track filter the content based on the team members who have created the content, or even the ones which have recently been used based on the usage as well. The library can also be used to store your posts. So you can store the posts with the images, media, it could be video as well, and the description. So this is an example of a post. If you wish to store it, this can be a high performing post, or even a template which can be used by me or any of the other team members. I can directly add this content and start creating the post from here. We also have buttons for the library within the create post section. As you would have seen me adding content during the call or during the webinar, I was using the content library and the quick functions over here. From where I can directly add these hashtags or the content from the library as well. We also covered content library in depth in the last webinar that we discussed. So if you want, we can send you a video of that so you can look at content library and a few more exciting features which you can use in your day-to-day life in SocialPilot.
Okay, cool. Andrea, I hope that helps. You can add the tags from the library to a post. while creating the post. You have the option to add the hashtags. Okay, Rahul, I'll give 4 minutes before we wrap it up so that we can answer the remaining questions that we have, because our team is already in the process to answer them. So let's give it 3 to 4 minutes and then we can wrap it up. Okay, Rahul, meanwhile, with the URL shortener, are our clients able to connect with own Bitly accounts?
That's correct. So the clients can connect their own Bitly accounts. Furthermore, whenever your accounts have been connected, you can assign a URL shortener to every individual account over here. Let's see how that works. So here, if you go to the accounts over here, simply click on the edit option and you'll have an option to assign a URL shortener over here. If you want, you can even select a new URL shortener and connect it to all of your accounts. I can also connect a URL shortener to multiple accounts just in one go. So I can connect one to my different client accounts and the other to the different ones. I can see Veronica asking if there's going to be a webinar for analytics. We're going to do a lot of webinars and hopefully we can include that within that. In addition, we covered custom analytics in the last report, how we can manage and merge different analytics into one report. So if you want, you can view the last webinar wherein you'll get to know how to merge different analytics for a single client, and you can download them, email them, or even schedule all of those. There is another question about having a custom URL shortener as well. So that's something which would also be possible. If you have a paid Bitly account, you can also have a custom domain with the URL being shortened.
Davis, when you say you want to see the webinar replay, so we will be sharing the recording of this webinar, and we will be pasting the link of the last webinar that we did. So you can go ahead and you can check out the recordings. All right, guys, well, that's all we have for you in today's webinar. For those who missed our last webinar in August, as I just said, we will be sharing the recording link in the chat box. So we'll be sending you over email as well. You can go through it. And as mentioned earlier, if you are new and you want to try out SocialPilot, we have 14-day trial program for you. So do sign up for the free trial to explore all our solutions. And yes, one major thing for our existing clients who are on monthly subscription, you can avail 20% off on your annual plans with the code webinar20. Yeah, so we shall be sharing the details over the email and hope to see you there with the code, of course. So thank you once again for joining us. And in case if you have any query about SocialPilot, feel free to reach out to our team via email support@socialpilot.co, and we are here to help you out. See you all next time. Thank you so much for joining us.